And let's cover a different type of searching. I'm going to go to the analysis tab here, but not just searching in a single version, but searching in multiple versions. We're going to do what's called a cross-version search from the command line. So here I'm going to right-click, and it says cross-version search mode. By default, it's search only current search version. So if you have the BGM as your search version, you're only going to search the BGM. Here you can also search all display versions. Okay, well in this case, since I only have one Greek display version, I'm only going to search BGM. You have a couple of other ones here. You can search and display all same language versions. Now, I'm probably not going to want to search the BGM that way because, well, let's try it. Well, I'll show you what happens here. Notice the little yellow box here, the second one that tells me that I have cross-version searching turned on. Because if you get to turn this off, then you go to your search next time, why am I searching, 32 Greek versions? Let's search for agapao at verb indicative present. Okay, and I'm going to hit enter, and now it's going through all sorts of Greek versions, every one of my morphological versions. Okay, so here's all the present indicative of agapao, and here I have lots of New Testament, Septuagint texts, lots of Apostolic Fathers comes up, Josephus comes up, and I have some of my manuscripts here, Sinaiticus, Vaticanus, Old Testament pseudepigrapha, I have Philo, so there's quite a few. Now notice at the bottom here, mouse click activates companion, that is companion version, which is wonderful because how many want to read a morphological version? You don't. But you want to read a text version. So when I click on this, now here I've searched in the Greek text, I searched for agapao. Let's take a look here at the Old Testament Greek pseudepigrapha. I'm just going to click on it, there's 16 occurrences, and it automatically loads into the window. This is a great time to use the tabs. So I'm in number 5, but let's click on verse 6, or tab 6 rather, and now let's click on Philo. So here Philo's here. Go back to tab 5. Here's where Old Testament pseudepigrapha is. Back to verse 6. It's for Philo. So that's what the cross-version search will enable you to do. One search and searches through all of your similar language files. So, and this little window here will allow you to do that. Now, notice we have a lot of Greek New Testament texts here. You probably don't care to search through all of them. One's probably all you really are looking for at any given time, probably. So what you can do first is I'm going to close this, and I'm going to right-click in the command line, and I'm going to cross-version search mode, and I'm going to search all display versions as I'm going to set up. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here and BGM, I'll make this my search version. Okay, that's going to be Septuagint and New Testament, and any 28 New Testament. Okay, and I'm going to do D space C. I'm just going to clear everything out. Now I'm going to D space, and now I want to put in here my morphology versions. PHM, OPM. So that's the Philo, Old Testament pseudepigrapha, APM, so I have Apostolic Fathers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably okay for now. Let's hit enter. Okay, now notice nothing changed. I don't have the text isn't there. By the way, I'm going to put a D space and then VGT, just going to have the Greek text there. So I don't have these texts displaying because Genesis 1:1 does not appear in Philo or Josephus or Apostolic Fathers or Old Testament pseudepigrapha. But I want to look here under. I'm going to open up this Browse Options button and set version display. I'm sorry, choose display versions. You haven't looked at this button yet, but I'm going to show you something with it. Notice the very top here of I have the APM, BGM, BGT, OPM, and PHM there. That shows me what my display versions are, even though I can't see them, but they are counted as display versions, even though they're not displaying anything. It's kind of like when you're in the the New Testament in your Hebrew Bible is a display version, because in the New Testament you don't see it. As soon as you go back to Genesis 1:1, it's going to appear. Well, that's what's happening here as well. Okay, so now I have my cross-version search mode, and I have it set to search all display versions. So now when I conduct a search for agapao at BIP star, now it's only going to search these 4 versions. It's not searching all of those other New Testament morphology versions and manuscripts and things like that. So now I can go to my tab 7, I can type APM, there we go, go to tab 8, and go to PHM, see Philo. So it's a little bit easier to navigate through those things. And when you're done with all this, remember, go back and make sure your cross-version search mode is set back to search only current search version. And you may also want to clear your tabs. So right-click on your top tab, clear all tabs except current. And say yes, and now you're back to having a usable workspace again. Otherwise it's going to get crowded pretty quickly unless you're naming it, keeping it, maybe saving it as tab sets. Same thing works for Hebrew. You have like targums, things like that.